morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the purely raw ideas and attitudes of Miss Goldie to my right.
Hey.
And myself, I'm Jen. This is NOLA Vibes with SC. We are here to stimulate your mind, provide you with some critical thinking ideas, and we're going to make you giggle. So let's get started with the show.
Today's topic, Dysfunction Junction. We wanted to talk about dysfunctionality in the same, sections or segments that we usually do. I think the first one's usually family. No, the first is not family. It's what?
Work,
relationships, then family.
self,
Work, self.
work,
Uh-huh.
relationships,
Uh-huh.
self.
That's what we're doing.
I think we put family in with relationships
Yeah.
a little bit. But before we get on that,
What's dysfunction?
yes, before we start, and I know we're going to have to, before I do that, I was going to start this, and I promise y'all on God, I was going to start
On
this.
Jesus sandals.
The moccasins.
Jesus.
Yeah.
On Jesus sandals.
I was going to start this out with a praise report.
Oh.
But this done turned into a lified Yelp review. It's going to be real nasty. And I know people who be like, you know what? Oh, my friend Goldie. What you say, boo, when an establishment doesn't do us right?
They're getting a firmly worded Yelp review.
It's going to be firm.
I'm an official Yelper. My
She's
name
gonna
rings
use
bells in these restaurants.
She got to get the King's English. She going to put the King's
Okay.
English in this one. So,
Heretofore.
on our way
Legalese.
down here, we have a whole plan set, right?
We always do.
We always do. We say, we going to stop by good old blah, blah. You know what? We going to stop by.
Put it out there because the Yelp review going to do it too.
We going to stop by Wing Snack in Kenner.
Williams.
So we get around, I don't know, Bonneville. My good friend Miss Goldie says, did you call Wing Snack? And I'm thinking, we on Bonneville. We're not even in the same city. We got to cross from Metairie to Kenner before. Okay, I say, it's your world, boo. I got you. I call. I am on hold. She said, thank you for calling Wing Snack. Can you hold? And you could hit a phone.
Because you tried to say, yes, I'll hold, and it wasn't no point.
You could hit the phone, hit the counter, and then I proceed to stay on hold for 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
That means where we were in the CBD.
Not in the CBD.
A little bit past. Where were we? Metairie, you said?
Yeah, we had just crossed over.
Okay, we had just crossed over, so we was almost Metairie-ish.
Doggone disgusting.
9 minutes, man. We took the exit, came down and all.
So what did we do?
Pull up.
Pull up in here. Still
She didn't
on
let
the
the car
phone.
stop.
I didn't let the car stop. I kind of did
I
a
was
tuck and
worried
roll.
about my insurance and
I
whatnot.
jumped out and
She
I walked up. I skipped everybody. And I said,
I ain't even hit the push button on the car yet.
and I
She was
said,
done.
I just want you guys to know I'm still on the phone on hold. The guy who frying the chicken in the back turned around and said, wait, you on the phone right now? I'm on the phone right now. And goodbye and good night. Ma'am, I just got here. I don't care. You can't tell me that.
And it's only ever 2 of them in there.
You just got here. What kind of... Bye. Am I going to stop pursuing lemon pepper chicken with the light lemon pepper? Absolutely not. They the best in the city. But golly, I'm going to find the owner, and I'm going to send you a report, and it won't be full of praise, and it won't be using firm English, because I'm going to use that Magnolia Uptown. CP3, I got all that. I'm using it. It's ridiculous. Okay, now that we're off of that, and on to dysfunction. Hey,
You gotta breathe though, because you finally got it all out.
This is a great segue into dysfunction. Okay, all right. Word, dysfunction at the
Won't he
workplace.
do it?
He'll do it. Siri, provide me with the definition of dysfunction.
Siri, like that was a long request.
Dysfunction means abnormality or impairment in the function of a specified bodily organ or system.
So why y'all playing with Siri? That girl
Bodily
that went on
organ or
ahead and
function.
gave the whole thing. something that's abnormal, something that's not right. That's dysfunction. Okay, Siri, I'm good with that. And I think in all facets of our lives,
Shit is abnormal.
absolutely.
I get 3 of those.
You get 3 of those, so that means you're down to 2.
And I can't do the F one though. But the other ones I can skip.
All right, so in these 3 different areas, work, relationships, and then self, where does the dysfunction start?
Work.
Are
People.
we feeding
All of
this
it gotta do with people.
dysfunction?
They're the organ. Dumbass organ.
And then,
Damn, that was
lastly, but not leastly, can we eradicate, cope with, get rid of the dysfunction? Can we get rid of it? Like, we're trying to explore so that we can see if this is really a thing. Well, it is a thing, because God knows some days I leave work and I feel like the whole thing was completely...
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so used to dysfunction. We leave work with all the foolishness. Half the foolishness I don't know about till after the fact.
Right.
Because I don't even care. Not
Right.
even gonna lie.
Right.
I'll listen to people.
I'm tired of listening to people.
I listen to all their dysfunction, and I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm at this point. We mid-year? You come in my room fussing about this, that, and the third. 9 times out of 10, you see I ain't stopped working.
I ain't never stopped working.
2, you getting generic response. I know that's
Completely generic.
right. Child.
And lesson plan is still being worked on.
Okay.
Because don't nobody have time to keep entertaining
that dysfunction, like you get so used to it that it almost numbs you, but at the same time you just like, what's the end result?
So
you mad at so and so, but you ain't standing on your 10 toes and saying what you need to say to so and so.
Right.
So I don't want to hear it.
So whether the definition of dysfunction says that something is abnormal, you have taken your
A
dysfunction
normal- yeah, you've
and
taken a
normalized
normal-
it.
yes.
And you've made it normal because it's what you
'cause
do
they
every day
don't see nothing
now.
wrong with
So
saying
it's normal.
team and family in the
Right.
workplace.
Right.
Meanwhile, I guess Papa or Momo, whoever at the top, the leader, doesn't. Girl, I'm thinking of family.
Papa was a rolling stone. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways. But I'm saying, like, they say you're a team or you say you're a family. Well, if you're the family and you're the head of the family and Momo up there tripping, got all kinds of drama and the aunties and you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a family, it's a very dysfunctional work family. And they have made it so that it is normal to walk in that sucker and be like, man, if this, I'm going to say something to you today. On Jesus sandals. I can't. It's like, you shouldn't feel like that. That's just like when you don't want to go to that one auntie house. But your mama finna make you go because her and your dad and she don't want no mess.
And then the uncle want to kiss you a little bit too close to the rim
Or
of your
somebody
lip,
wants
and
you
you
to
be
sit
like,
on their lap.
yeah,
That's
I'm not
another
really feeling
that's
it.
another family dysfunction, right?
Not really
Aight.
feeling it.
See, I done brought the work family and the regular family together and show how jack up it is.
You did.
About 85% of the time. And that ain't even my master's degrees, girl. That was just
Straight off the cuff. Psychology 101.
all right.
So I think with work, I think some people like to cause dysfunction
Like they uncomfortable when it's too comfortable.
when things are going right and at a good pace and things are going good. First of all, in the area of education, things are never going right because there's always some other thing to do.
I mean,
there's always some
it's
other
always
goal.
something going wrong.
It's always something that has hit and kids are not reacting or not performing or not doing the way that you're expecting them to, and then so something is always amiss. But that kind of dysfunction is just like regular work related
it becomes
stress.
a norm. We make it
But
some
it's-
type of norm. Like we come in on Tuesday and they say we ain't got no more toner. Half of us got backup toner for our printers in our room anyway.
True.
So we like, man, now I
You
gotta
will want to.
Now I gotta
Unless you're in year 0 to 5
and you don't know yet.
and you don't really
And
know
you
no
don't know,
better,
'cause
but everybody else
otherwise,
is gonna know.
Got a
You're right.
stockpile from the year before where you ain't really used yours while I talk about it. And then
You are so right.
They like, you can't
You're
print
right.
today. Y'all can't print. All right.
Y'all can't print.
You just walk out. Okay.
The kids, yeah, look. While other teachers are straight stressed out, you just
You
slide
over
on
like,
back to your
I'm
room
gonna print this 71 pages.
and print 76 pages.
I'm
all
gonna do
my
something back
printer.
though, cause I don't want to run out of paper during
Well-
this time, this struggle.
It's okay.
Yeah. See, those are norms we learn to deal with, cope with. We adapt. It's like we know every year the toner gonna run out about 7-8 times. Copier might all the way jam and nobody come to fix it till Thursday.
You know what though? I gotta say this. Huge shout out to the people who try to help with the dysfunction and who try to keep you on a path where, you know, like anticipating things are gonna go wrong, and just in case, I got you. Like, yeah, I like that. I actually don't know what I would do. I have, you just mentioned paper. I have a case of paper in my car that someone gave to me over the summer, and I've only had to use like one ream of it so that
And you're still giving with your paper. Girl, my printer
and I
don't
still
praise
give away.
report
Oh
on
my
you.
God! And I
'Cause my
praise
printer
report.
don't.
I'll take that
Yes.
praise.
My printer
Because
done gone
if
out. Laptop ain't work. It had
anybody come in
back.
my room for any reason, I'm gonna have you. Miss Jones, I need a pack of paper. I got you. Here, come get this. Because I believe that life is hard enough and stressful enough
Without creating.
without having to create extra dysfunction. So if I can do something to make your life just a little bit easier, I'm good. But super duper praise report to those people who watching us and we don't really give them the credit for it. I hear you talk about your mama and you be like, my mama said, and I talk to my mama and this is my mama and my best friend, whose mother is deceased, but she has all the memories of. Meanwhile, my mother, who, by the way, is never gonna listen to this episode, you know, is completely dysfunctional, and I can't even
But
explain
it also depends on your version. Like, you
lies.
Because, like, my
Goldie.
mom, she might seem like she got, and she do.
Goldie.
Love you, mama. But she has her own things that became norms that were abnormal. That
Absolutely.
she has come to terms with and has somehow normalized or been able to manifest this whole situation where she can handle it regardless as long as she got Jesus. Yeah. Some
Okay.
people, that would be abnormal. You see what I'm saying? So it all
Right.
depends on you. But
listen, what I'm talking about,
Maybe
what
it's
I'm
communication,
talking about,
'cause y'all be-
there ain't one person on this earth who would say, oh yeah, that's kind of normal. No, ma'am, that's completely dysfunctional, and I'm trying to work my way out of that so that
But
the
do you know why she
doesn't
feel that way? Like, why
it
she
don't
is that
matter.
way?
I do know, but it don't matter because you're not gonna address it. You're not gonna seek out help about it.
You know, that was my
You're
next
not gonna
question.
do-
Have y'all sought therapy about it?
Well, it won't matter because she's not willing. The issue is with you,
She
boo.
don't want to go?
She say she want to go, but she ain't really about that life. Listen, it don't matter. What I need to know
Baby
is
steps, though.
I don't want the dysfunction
Junction.
to kind of exacerbate itself within me, and now I'm spewing it at work, and now I'm spewing it with my other relationships,
Yeah.
and now it's affecting me. You
You
know,
don't want it to be where it's your norm now. Like,
it will
I'm
absolutely be my
ticked
norm.
off this morning.
And then
Somebody's
and
gonna catch it.
And in the most polite the most polite way, I am saying, you know what? I'm not gonna engage with you in that because I know that that's abnormal and I don't want that. And plus, it's 7:00 in the morning, and I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm good on that.
Right, I'm straight, and then the response will be, "Oh, well, you don't like it's just, so I'm just going. Well, okay, however you say it, however you see it, but that's what it is. I'm not engaging. It's kind of hard, but then you have to work with 40 or 50 people that have their own
personalities
issues
and issues and
dysfunction. Because
In
you're not
school
going to
and
meet a
household.
person who's completely normal and free from,
any
and
abnormality.
everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're right. And I think with workplace, it's just so many personalities you have to deal with their specific or different dysfunctions. That's just like, it's so much. And you're like, do I have time for? I don't have time for your stuff. That's what I'm telling people in 2020. I'm sorry, love. Yeah, and that's it. Like,
Kids have dysfunction too.
theirs are harder for me to deal with sometimes. Like, sometimes it's not as easy as, like, you come from teaching a specific demographic where the parents are all in. And I mean, they're so all in that about 98% of the time, your phone ring, your dojo go off, you know which parent it is. That's just how involved they are. You come from that demographic. Also, again, where you getting like Roof Chris for presents for your birthday. You know what I'm
Did I
saying?
tell you about
Getting a little bling bling every
my Christmas
now and then.
present?
Tickets to the movies on opening days and stuff.
That's so sweet.
Like, it was the best. But then you come to a demographic where things are happening to kids that you can't go. If I want a dog walk their mama, I can't do that. I'm a mandated reporter. I could tell everybody in that building if the mama come up in here on Jesus Santa, I'm a dog walker, because that ain't how you do nobody. But that's not how you handle that.
It's not.
But that's how she tried to handle it.
But then it's really weird, because then on the opposite end of that, back to my super praise report, I had two parents who are very, very active in their child's 4th grade education, and I call them almost every day. Not every day, but I call them a lot.
This year?
This year. And they call me too when they need stuff, and we can nip things in the bud because the communication between us is so solid, and he doesn't really have any wiggle room. Shout out, Kay. Here's another thing. When I have a problem with him, now I ain't gonna say his name, but Mama Kay, when I got a problem with him, I call her and she answers every single time. It don't matter what she doing. It don't matter where she is. It don't matter what she got going on. She's gonna answer. And we nip things in the bud, and then we done. So
And don't complain about it.
So I appreciate her. She doesn't understand that I appreciate them as well.
Well, I
but
hope
then
she's listening.
she will be, because I'm gonna send her a little something,
Gotcha.
something. And then they appreciate me too. Gave me Christmas gift a $100 bill. In my 20 years of teaching, never have I gotten that. And I've been in some schools that are super, super, super on the high end, and I've been in the hood. And I think all parents to some degree are appreciative, but when it's 2020.
It's like you kind of wish they were more appreciative, because they act like.
But it's a struggle to come up with that kind of money in 2020.
Come up with the money, it's a struggle.
That's so sweet, girl.
But
I cried.
Even if they were to just say it sometimes, like, I don't even need a gift. Yes, I'm teaching two different demographics, and it was weird or a shocker to me at first.
Right.
Like the huge disparities between the two. But at the same time, you could have this Hispanic Latino family, ain't got nothing, about half the family speak a little bit of English, but not enough to really get them by. Anyways, and they will sit there. They'll make you empanadas. You tell them you good, you don't want that. They'll still try to show their appreciation some type of way, because they can't verbalize it,
right,
and say it the way they want to.
Right.
I can appreciate that, because that's just them showing.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. We know it's not easy.
Right.
Otherwise, you just got people being a-holes.
But those kinds of parents are the ones that provide that extra support to help kind of stray me away from the dysfunction of it all.
Yeah, they don't want that dysfunction. They know it's not good. They know it's not a healthy thing to have.
It's not.
Especially when you're trying to learn.
Right.
You need things to be as normal and steady as possible. Like I referred to this, a child that had a horrible family situation. I couldn't dog walk the mama. At the same time, I had to make sure, even though she was in that position and she was probably, I could see she was internally going through it. Especially, I made things as normal as possible.
You got to stop dog walking people. You know that, right?
I did. I haven't dog walked nobody since 2010.
Now you know you lying, and the truth ain't in you.
Wait,
we'll bring it up when we get to the car,
right?
Man,
it has been 10 years.
That girl lying.
Wait,
we'll bring it up when we get in the car.
Oh, because I got Isaiah.
Oh, a real dog walk.
Oh, yeah, you right, though. She right.
I know.
Thank you.
That's Nola.
Got the holes to prove it.
That's Nola.
Whoa.
N to the O to the L to the A. That's
But before that, I was good though.
you were good, but then you had a stretch,
Yeah.
and then
I had a good stretch too. Gotta give me something. All right, so we said family. Now we gotta do.
no.
I mean, we did work and
right.
segued into family.
Correct.
And kind of blended the two.
Right,
So,
but that's not just family though. We're talking about relationships.
Yeah, so
people
not- yeah.
outside of work that you have relationships with.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with you. I got a relationship with Hendrix. I have relationships with neighbors and friends and all that other kind of stuff. But then everybody carries their own portion of
Dysfunction, especially like I guess in couple. If we talk about couples and relationship wise, I think a lot of it. The first thing people always want to point out in a dysfunctional relationship is whether or not the girl has a specific dysfunction. I'm gonna say it, daddy issues, because they swear everything a girl does because they got daddy issues.
That's so not true though. That's so false.
They be
man.
like, it was a daddy round. Oh,
There it is.
that's
There it
why.
is. Oh,
What she
and did
needing.
you sleep in the bed with your mama until you were
Okay.
14? Oh, then
Nobody says
that's
nothing
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
about the boys having mama issues,
Okay.
but it's always she got daddy issues. That's why she let you do that.
Oh, something just hit me.
I thought something physical hit you.
No, my son gonna have.
He
He is a mama's
well, you already
boy,
know Isaiah.
man.
I think the world knows
wow.
Isaiah gonna have. Look, and it ain't even me they gotta worry about while I talk about it. You know, I like to dog walk people. I have a couple
you do.
hitters in the family.
Yeah, you do.
So I ain't even the one they really
Oh, you ain't the only one though.
No, I'm about to say they gonna have to get through
You ain't
all
the-
of them, the four
you
of
ain't
them
the only
before they
one with
even
a
get
couple
to
of
me.
hitters.
Then I'm sitting up there like this, Jen.
You're not the only one with a couple of hitters. Okay.
So you gotta get through all them, baby. But yeah, I feel like when you talk about relationships and dysfunction for women, it's always like they must got daddy issues. Well, her and her mama ain't get along neither. You know, it's so negative. It can't just be that you have a great family life, but you choose ninjas that sometimes just ain't about nothing. You don't see it in the beginning.
Sometimes you do.
You know, and if you do, you're like, I can fix.
'Cause I
when you
looked
young,
at that clown.
When you young, you be like, I
Man,
can fix
let me
it
tell
though.
you
He ain't
something,
always gonna be that way.
I looked at that clown. I was like, man, come on. You
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Oh my, he's so fine that you know.
Yeah.
Oh my,
I don't know.
I don't even see it till after week number 3. Then it's like, oh, this ninja.
So I have an outside question about relationships. So in relationships, not just intimate, right? Mm-hmm. If you go a long stretch without having an argument with a person, and you see him every day, you talk to him every day, but you know you guys just kind of got that vibe,
Yeah.
and you go a long stretch without having any altercations, any disagreements, and whatever. Does that make that friendship
Dysfunctional?
non-dysfunctional? Is that a normal kind of thing to do? Because I don't even think that's normal.
I don't think anything's wrong with that though.
But I don't think it's normal to be able to go 10, 11 years, 15 years.
See, that's a good Freudian concept.
Oh.
Does everyone have to be happy in order to say they have a healthy relationship? Do I have to be happy just, like you said, y'all see each other,
Right,
y'all ain't like, this bitch here.
right.
You ain't.
That's your number 3, Mo.
I said, shh. See? I've learned that too.
Whoa.
Just like shid instead of stop it. I got
sorry.
this. I figured it out before I came. I was like, I ain't gonna have to say.
Does that mean 3 for the both of us? We have to share those 3? Because if we do, that is messed up, ma'am. Because you
I don't
done
know.
took all 3.
No, I think it might be. I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm just saying.
How does that work?
All right.
Dang it. Just when I thought I was on it, doggone it. Okay.
Make a note.
Yeah, note to self.
All
Dang,
right.
We can't keep letting the ADHD kick in.
I know.
We just had a whole separate conversation. I forgot what we were talking about.
I was talking about like
being
friendships.
was it okay to just walk by
Is that
somebody?
normal?
But
Is
y'all
that
not
normal?
be mad. I mean, as long as y'all ain't looking at each other, and when the sight of her make you have heart palpitations. Your hands get sweaty, you get feverish, anything like
Yeah.
that. No,
No.
you cool. Because I walk by neighbors every day. I might give them a head nod, and if they don't know the head nod, and it is what it is. But then I got something I'm like, all right.
You my people.
You seen them?
For whatever reason.
Because I had seen them too. Those people.
For whatever has been built up. Whatever
Yeah.
y'all have done together or
Yeah.
whatever they've done for you or you've done for them.
It worked out. It was an even, balanced relationship.
It has
and y'all
caused you to have some kind of
rapport.
amicable rapport with them. Yeah. Well,
but
that makes sense.
But then, like, the ones I'm just like, see, she got a new car.
Yeah.
I get it. You ain't really thinking about them.
I do. I
And
get
then
that.
I don't think anything's abnormal with that.
Okay. So dysfunction is going to be here because things being out of the realm of normal will happen.
Yeah.
Things aren't going to be normal all the time
Can't be.
because we're all human and we go through stuff, right? So how we deal with the dysfunction.
You know my number one. Therapy. All right, let's say that. Say it with me. Therapy. Hey, man. It's getting my whole life together. She let me call her and everything. She don't charge me extra. Shout out to Blue Cross Blue Shield, Magnolia Plus. You the ish, man, for real. Like, I don't even have to pay extra for the phone call. I was like, look, I'm about to lose it up in this Winn-Dixie parking lot because old girl saw my car and pushed the buggy 2 inches from the bumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could call her and say that, and she'd be like, all right, Shantae. Okay, so what we gonna do is, because you know you can't do that. I feel like it's one of the memes. It's like, you know you can't do that, right? How close are you to her?
So therapy doesn't work. I think the reason why therapy doesn't work for a lot of people is because they go in looking for a solution. They're going to present
fix.
the person with a problem, and I want a solution. That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to have to keep coming to 6, 7
I don't want to have to keep
appointments.
coming because
You tell me what to do.
right, I'm still going to have to do a copay, and I still got to do all of this and that and third. I want you, like my automobile, if something is wrong, I'm going to bring it into the people. They're going to put it on the machine. They're going to scan it. They're going to say, hey, you've got a 1B. Go to, and then they fix it. Whereas that's not what therapy is. That's not what it is at all. And as soon as Afro-Americans understand that, then we'll be on another playing field.
Yeah, I just go in there to, man, help me cope. Help me get through this, man. Tell me some exercises. Tell me
I'ma
how
tell
to
you the
like
reason why
some
I
good
stopped.
practices.
I stopped because she said, the next time you come, we're going to make a goal. And then we're gonna figure out the steps to reach the goal. And I'm thinking, goal? I want you to tell me what to do.
I don't like the verbiage alone. It's like, what are you, 12? We're gonna make a goal.
She probably was about 12.
Like, she was ready to give you a
She was
gold
Afro-American,
star and
too,
everything.
and I was
I'm
like-
mad at her. She must have took a social worker
Class.
I do love social workers. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Good, because my dysfunctional mother was one.
That's crazy. Cause what was I watching the other day, and the girl was popping off, and her mother was a social worker, and their own social life. Listen, I know social workers got it hard because I've worked with a lot in behavioral health and in the school system. Whew.
Yeah.
I can only imagine their dysfunction has to come from the dysfunction they see all day.
Every day.
You go and you walk into some houses, you see what kids ain't got and what they going through, and yours over there losing Nintendo Switches. I'm sorry.
When our social worker was walking that kid who looked like he was about to bite her, I whispered in her ear,
Do what you need to do, boo.
holla at your girl, hit me with the 911, and I promise you,
Got your money.
I got your back.
Got
I'm coming in
you.
here and I'm gonna handle something. Because, I don't know.
They got it hard, so how you go home and deal with that?
Yeah, that's a whole nother
Somebody gonna
level of dysfunction.
Okay. So, yeah, they got it hard, and I feel like, I don't know too many jobs that you can't find dysfunction. I don't know too many families you can't find. But how do you fix it? How do you fix it on the job? Y'all go to them little funky retreats. Don't nobody really want to be there. Everybody got an attitude, staying on their phone or looking for their phone because it's locked up somewhere. Then you got the thoughts. They done crept off somewhere. You mad because they done found somewhere to go and you ain't got nowhere.
And you sitting in a circle talking about, Name one adjective to describe the person next to you. Like, I don't even know this
And it
clown.
can't be with 3 letters.
I don't even know this clown. I don't know.
It can't be
Yeah.
with 3 letters though. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like, how do you cope with it? I told you what I'm gonna do all 2020. I'm gonna smile, nod my head, and move on about my day. Cause your problem ain't my problem.
That's gonna work for the first 20 minutes of work, and then because people are naturally drawn to you to come tell you stuff. People are naturally drawn to me just to come in and vent. And
I'm
I think
a break after 11 o'clock. All right.
I gotta go. I'm about to go. Where you going? I'm going copy this stuff for next week. Listen, I need to be on my game.
Meanwhile, it's like, but I heard something really good today when I was getting my nails done. And it was like a sermon playing in the background. And she said for 2020, she was going to ask more questions and give less solutions. And she was saying she was going to do that because you always, when you're listening to someone, you're not fully listening to them because you immediately want to give your response. You immediately
Right.
want to give them an answer because you're like, oh my God, they came to me. I am special. Got to give them something. Can't walk away with nothing.
Right.
But is it quality answers that you're giving them?
No. You just
No,
giving
because you
them-
weren't really listening, and you didn't ask any. It's just like when we teach, you're not asking any
Follow up.
You're not asking any follow up, no deep, thought provoking questions to make the person think of anything. But here you are, you got a solution
Right.
after listening for 2.6 seconds, because you ain't listening after that, because
Not
you already
really
like, I'm gonna
listening.
tell this bitch exactly what she think.
So that's going to be something that I need to work on because you're absolutely right about
I
that.
thought about it, I was like, dang, that's deep. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna listen
Mimi
more.
was messing up my nails, and April was busy doing a dip on somebody else. I was so mad. I don't even want to show my nails, man. Mimi had me. I was so drove when I'm sorry. Had to say that part. Kind of.
Shout out to my girl Wendy, my nail girl, who never, ever, ever disappoints on color, design, or conversation.
I think
That's
Jose
my girl.
is just sweet, man.
I like it though. I like sweet like that.
Jose like syrup.
ADHD.
He ain't even tequila.
Are we shouting out Jose? No? All right then. Well, let's move on to.
No.
And now the most important, ladies and gents, for you and for me, is the dysfunctional self. How are you going to improve yourself for this new season, this new year?
Stop worrying about your body count because it's just driving you crazy. That's number one. That's for the single people. Everybody worried about their body count all the time. Ain't nobody thinking about that body count but you. You putting too much pressure on yourself. That's your own dysfunction.
Question.
I'm sorry.
What's body count? I'm sorry.
Don't.
No, what that is?
That's how many people you done did to do and go with.
Oh, that's what a body count is?
Yeah.
Who be worried about that?
I can't name names, but a notable
A notable?
a notable
When
single.
you hit with the notable, baby, we on another
You got
level.
a notable single and a semi-notable not so single that are always worried about somebody body count. That ain't none of your concern. Stop making the other person concerned.
Are they fairly young?
Fairly.
Okay, maybe that's a fairly young thing. Yeah.
You know, it's
Without
like
the-
live your life, boo. Don't nobody know what you do but you. And if you put your own business out there on the curb, guess what?
Somebody go kick it off.
Yes.
Did I say it
Dead
right?
into the street. Let's say kicking in the street, but you're getting better.
All right.
Country Songs 101.
I'm working on it.
But
I
yeah.
don't know. Okay, so I think my children are dysfunctional. Of the three, the middle is the least dysfunctional, and I love them all dearly. They are very different age ranges, so their level of dysfunction is in a definite, totally different place. And I am willing to be reflective and take the L and say that 95% of their dysfunction is straight inherited from the girl, from the kid. I get it, but I am the only one in this room or the next who's going to be willing to say, let me just look at me. Let me see my part in it. Every single person round here, and SC, and everywhere, all parts in between, are really, really, really good at pointing out another dysfunction.
Ain't that what? That's what I'm saying. Worry about
But can
yourself.
never, ever, ever own their own.
They don't want to worry about themselves.
Oh, all right.
It's hard to look at the man in the mirror. I saw that today too.
Road rage is a dysfunction.
Yes.
Just letting you know.
I'm working on that too.
We doing self. We're being our better selves. You got to stop howling and screaming at people when they cut in front of you, when they don't.
You gotta stop having an attitude in the Wendy's doggone drive-through window, like somebody making you do that job, like somebody sitting right behind you with a 44 to your head.
So what I want you to do,
take
though,
this order with an attitude.
What I want you to do is put yourself in their shoes just for a second. Do you know Wendy's workers make about $9 an hour?
I used to work at a Wendy's. Lena used to work at Popeyes. You know I know. But you ain't got... Lena used to have a cheerful demeanor every time. Even though she had to deal with some jacked up dysfunctional co-workers in the background. And whatever else was going on at home. Sometimes you have to... Because that's not every... You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, be reflective and say that's not everybody's problem. That's just like the stuff I went through this past year. So
Shantae.
I ain't coming there finna rock 'em, sock 'em, robot with everybody.
But the people who you're referring to, the people who you're referring to are like in the age range of 17 to 22.
These be almost grown behind women.
That's even worse. And,
Did you know?
older people working in the drive-thru at Popeyes? Come on, your life is hard, man. Go ahead on and cut them a little slack. Just a little bit. No, smile in spite of. How are you feeling about yourself? You good?
Myself, just
in relation to...
I think I'm doing really well with it.
I think you are too.
Between church therapy and giving myself some me time.
Yeah.
Okay. I still do, I got a nice little pattern going where I'm doing for the kids, doing for the house, taking care of work and all that. And then, hey, I get to get my fish plate on. You know?
Right. On a Good Friday.
Get to get my dance on a little bit in there.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, I ain't gonna lie, this was, last holidays was rough. This holidays, New Year came, I was like, hey, how y'all doing?
Stepping in this thing like...
All right. I mean, literally happy. Not sad, depressed, crying my eyes out.
Right.
As you can read about in the blog, 105 Ways to Cook Chicken and one of them ain't fried.com.
Okay.
Yes. Hashtag 105 WTCC. Anyways, like I was saying, better holidays. Didn't care no more.
Love how you slide that thing in
Thank
there, girl.
you.
I love that.
I've tried to get better at
I
it.
do. I love that. You've gotten... Yeah, I love it. All right. So, I'm sorry.
No, but other than that, yeah. I think, like I said, between therapy, church, getting myself together mentally, emotionally, and physically.
That's a lot. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's a lot to do. Most people don't even want to go to the gym. Most people don't even want to get up and run a couple of miles.
Okay. And look who does it.
Right. I'm just saying.
Plus,
that's
not
a
only
lot
did
to
I start
do.
my one business, I started my book. I got my blog.
Nice.
I got the podcast.
Right, check.
I got a little radio
Check,
gig. You know
check.
what I'm saying? Little iHeart Connect.
Okay.
Yeah, and started my own bit. Like, I can't be too mad about nothing because despite of all the drama that happens sporadically for no reason, and I be down to my last and about to burst, I'm still here. I'm still doing decent. I'm doing a lot better than a lot of people.
And I used to, because I can Malcolm X you in a hot minute, I used to say that African American women go through the most stressful situations and just come out and just be like, all right, what's next? Like,
okay,
come on, let's go.
Let's do this.
But actually, all women, like women in general, have to go through a lot just to make the day. And then 9 times out of 10, you're still doing it with a smile on your face. So shout out to you, all of my ladies. I love how we can just kind of take something, suck it up. I cry.
And I'm going to do another 10
I
without
cry,
dog
though.
walking somebody, too. That's also how I'm working on self.
Not dog walk. You're going to do a 10
I'm going to
year?
do another 10 years.
A new decade.
I'm going to do a decade stretch without having to dog walk no more.
That's what's up. That's a lot of breathing exercises. You're going to do a lot of meditation.
It's a lot of running. I don't know
Baby,
how
you
long
gotta
the
sit down
knees
and do
gone.
some mindfulness. You're going to have to breathe. Cause
In the middle of one, the rock 'em, sock 'em robot, I'll be like, and on the one.
I got that.
But that's another thing I heard too, that we should meditate more.
And I think we shall,
The
because
first 5 minutes when you wake up, if you adjust yourself accordingly, do what you need to do, and just sit there and on
Namaste.
the one.
and take yourself 5 minutes. You know it's hard to do, right?
I know it is.
Ladies, meditation. You don't have to pay anybody. Like Goldie said, get out the bed. Thank God for waking you up. Get on the floor. Do that crisscross applesauce. Sit down and clear your mind and just breathe in and out. Man, I'm telling you, that gives your
It's
day.
good for the blood
It
flow.
is. It is. It really helps your day. Because it's going to be a lot of stuff a lot of dysfunction is going to hit you from all over. And that's the way to do it best.